What's going on, everybody? Dogman Dan here. We are in update 18.2 for Warframe. And here we go. Okay, so the SYDON is the newest thing that just came out and was released. This was sent to anyone that is part of the fan channels and media press that is part of their day one program, so we can review them and tell you all about them and showcase them to you. It is a inflict maximum devastation with this massive Grenier Trident. Beautiful puncture weapon with status chance, basically, is what we're looking at here. You're going to use Shimmering Blight as your mod or your stance that goes on here. Love the Shimmering Blight. It's going to make this thing one beautiful, beautiful bow, if you will. So, with that, let's just go ahead and get right into the rest of the stuff that's in this particular update and see what's going on. So let's see what else we've got going on here in update 18.12. Okay, so the Prime drop tables have changed. Frost Prime, Latron Prime, Reaper Prime have returned to their place in the Prime Vault, restoring the Void drop tables to their previous values, so make sure you check that out. Everything has been replaced. No longer can you get those yet again. Okay, Conclave changes. The following mods have been added to Teshin's offerings for purchase at the Whirlwind rank. That would be Armor Evade. That's a plus 20% damage resistance while dodging, minus 20% slide. You also have Armored Acrobatics, which is a plus 20% damage resistance during bullet jump with a minus 0.1 mobility. They reduce the requirements of most Conclave daily challenges. Let's get back to daily stuff. Argon crystals have been removed from the Conclave weekly mission completion rewards. Conclave mod Enguard has been combined with the Anticipation mod and renamed Armored Recovery. Armored Recovery does 50% damage resistance while knocked down with a negative 20% slide. Fast Deflection mod has been removed from Conclave, and its effects have been applied to the Conclave players by default. Okay, that's kind of nice actually. You remove Fast Deflection, now it's a default on the players. But that's all they're telling us. The quick change Conclave mod now has a trade-off of negative 20 shield capacity. Health orb respawn rate has been increased by, let's see, from 40 seconds to 120 seconds in Conclave. And as this warding halo damage has been reduced in Conclave. Damage resistance while airborne has been removed from the Tactical Retreat mod. The knockdown effect has been removed from Blind Justice's Guiding Light combo in Conclave. Effective hit points have been adjusted for all Warframes in Conclave. The mobility stat has been set to 1 for all Warframes in Conclave. That's interesting, so everybody has the same mobility. Temporarily remove chance to restore health shield mods from Conclave. And let's see, these mods will make a return at some point, but looks like more towards the end of the month. They have to make some adjustments to it. And they increase the damage of the primary weapons in Conclave. Most primary weapons is what they're saying. So let's see, we also got some sortie changes that came along here. This is interesting. Enemy elemental physical damage and enemy elemental physical resistance have been combined into single sortie when selected. So enemies will have both increased elemental damage plus resistances or physical increased damage plus resistances when this sortie modifier is applied. Keep that in mind. I don't know if that's better, worse. I mean, I guess it's a little more challenging, but I don't really think that's going to make a huge difference. But we'll see how it plays out. The energy reduction sortie buff has been increased. Limit 1/4 of max energy instead of 1/2. In addition to a slower energy recharge rate. Okay, so now you only get 1/4 of your energy when you're going into a mission instead of half of your energy, basically. And it's slower recharge rate. Easy enough if you're packing a Xeneric. You just go ahead, blow off your little guy, and it activates your recharging of health or energy, and you should be fine with that said. Changes! Okay, so we got some changes. Interceptions end of round timer has now been reduced to 15 seconds. Thank you, instead of waiting forever. The timer will not appear until there are 5 enemies left alive in the mission. Players will no longer be able to join a mid-mission excavation mission after 300 cryotic has been obtained in sorties or alerts. Okay, so once you've basically done 3 of them, people cannot join anymore, which is, I guess you could see that because people can join in after 300, because like it's what, 400 or whatever for regular alerts, and then you're out of there, so you're only in for 1/4 of the mission. That makes sense. The Jin's Fatal Attraction will now ignore security cameras. The Intruder mod will now work on Grenier hacking puzzles by slowing the hacking spinner. Okay. That's interesting. That was kind of needed for some people, so it'll slow down the spinner so you can get to it. You can do it easier. Infested excavation alerts can now appear in the star chart. Adjustments were made to NESA's Warding Halo FX to help combat some reported cases of motion sickness. Okay. And improvements have been made to help players rejoin a squad in mission after the crash. I can easily see the whole motion sickness thing, especially if you're running, let's say the colors you like to run and that energy color, it's spinning around you. Yeah, I could see the motion sickness happening pretty quickly, but I was using the dark color, so that didn't really matter too much. We got some fixes going on. Fix commonly occurring general crash related to Warframe's audio. Fix the dense fog effects on sorties not properly applying. Fix the refresh rate option in display settings regardless of rate selected. Yes, I had to mess around with my display settings yesterday to get them back up to where I was at. Fix the detect vulnerability sentinel preset targeting invulnerable enemies. Fix infested excavation alert missions not properly spawning power cell carrying enemies. Yeah, I've dealt with that. Some script crashes related to traps in the void. Fixed error preventing players from using their weapons or abilities after using Ivara, Valkyr, or Excalibur's 4th ability power. They also fixed an error that would prevent clients from being able to use their powers as Valkyr, Wukong, Ivara, or Excalibur if meleeing while their 4th ability was ending or being deactivated due to a nullifier bubble. Some other stuff going on. Fix a Strun Wraith being unable to equip the Strun Conclave skin. A couple other things. Trinity Noggle. NESA's Warding Halo causing energy orbs to display improper text when picked up in Conclave. Let's see, we got that. So the J3 Jordas Golems being vulnerable to attack from clients when perched in the 3rd stage of the Jordas Verdict. Just a couple little things. Nothing really big at the first update for the year. But we'll definitely see some more updates they're expecting as they get some things and solutions fixed right away. They'll start pushing updates out. So I would anticipate we'll have more mini patches going on. But if you have any comments or questions for now, please do feel free to leave them below anytime. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching as always, and we'll see you soon.